The world dissolved into a chaotic mess of sound and sensation. Obiora felt himself tumbling through a void, the air thick with an oppressive silence that somehow screamed with a cacophony of terror. The white stone in his hand pulsed with a comforting warmth, the only anchor in the swirling maelstrom. When his descent finally stopped, he found himself in a chilling landscape, jagged black rocks jutted from the ground. The air reeked of decay and a sense of overwhelming despair hung heavy in the atmosphere. Here in the heart of the darkness, even the stone seemed to struggle, its light flickering faintly. Suddenly, a chilling shriek tore through the silence, sending shivers down Obiora's spine. From the shadows emerged grotesque figures, wrath-like entities with hollow eyes and razor-sharp claws. They were the embodiment of the fear plaguing the village, grotesque manifestation of the despair that feared the darkness. Fear threatened to consume Obiora. The chanting Ugoma taught him seemed to fetter on his lips, but then he remembered the faces of his people, their resilience in the face of tragedy. He thought of the laughter that once filled the village square, the warmth of community gatherings. He closed his eyes, focusing on the love he had for his village and his people. As he did, a surge of warmth bloomed within him, pushing back the encroaching darkness. The white stone pulsed with renewed vigor, bathing him in a soft white light. The scrunching figures recoiled from his touch, their forms flickering and dissolving. Suddenly, a booming voice echoed through the desolate landscape. "Who dares trespass in my domain?" A monstrous figure materialized from the shadows. It formed a grotesque amalgamation of all the villagers' fears. Tentacles of darkness lashed out, its eyes burning with an unholy red light. Obiora knew this was the source, the heart of the darkness he had to confront. He raised the white stone high, the light from it a beacon of hope in the oppressive gloom. "I am Obiora," he declared, his voice surprisingly steady despite the terror glaring at him. "And I come not in fear, but in love. Your reign of terror ends now." The monstrous figure boomed with laughter, a sound that sent chills down Obiora's spine. "Love? Here? This place? Your naivety is amusing, little prince." With that, the monster attacked. The ensuing battle was a clash of light and dark. Obiora fought not with physical strength, but with the love he had for his village. Every chant, every memory of laughter and joy pushed back the encroaching darkness. The white stone in Obiora's hand grew hotter with each desperate push against the monstrous entity. The creature of darkness, seemingly surprised by his resistance, unleashed a torrent of chilling whispers that gnawed at Obiora's mind. They whispered of a bearer's death, of the fear that festered into the village, of his own inadequacy. But Obiora held firm. He visualized the faces of his people, their resilience shining brighter than the darkness. He remembered the warmth of his grandmother's embrace, the joy of childhood games by the stream. With each memory, the light emanating from the white stone intensified, pushing back the shadows. The creature roared in frustration, its grotesque form written in the face of love's unwavering light. It lunged at Obiora, its claws reaching for his throat. Just as the darkness threatened to engulf him, a memory flashed before Obiora's eyes. Ugoma, her twin light-colored eyes, holding a flicker of, was it hope? In that moment, a wave of love, fierce and overwhelming, washed over him. He wasn't just fighting for the village, he was fighting for her as well. With a strength he never knew he possessed, Obiora thrust the white stone forward, its light blinding bright. The creature shrieked, dissolving into wisps of dark smoke. A sudden silence descended upon the desolate landscape. The jagged rock receded, replaced by a soft green glow. The air, now clean and sweet, carried the distant sound of bird song. Obiora looked down, his heart pounding in his hand. The white stone pulsed faintly, the warmth a comforting amber. He had done it, but the victory felt hollow. He was trapped in this strange world, seemingly cut off from the village. A sense of despair threatened to engulf him, but then a figure emerged from the shimmering green fog. It was Ugoma. Her face was itched with relief, a warm smile playing on her lips. "Well done, Obiora," she said, her voice filled with pride. "Your love has vanquished the darkness." Obiora stared at her, questions bubbling up inside him. How? What happened? Ugoma explained that the darkness fed on the collective fear of the village, and with its source destroyed, the darkness itself had dissipated. But to return, he needed to channel the residual light within him to bridge the gap between the worlds. With Ugoma's guidance, Obiora focused all his remaining strength, the love for his people, a beacon in the strange landscape. Slowly, a swirling vortex of light materialized before him. He looked at Ugoma, a silent goodbye hanging in the air. Stepping into the vortex with a final nod, Obiora disappeared. The light engulfed Obiora, pulling him back through the chaotic void. When his senses finally settled, he found himself standing on the familiar banks of the Mbar stream, the first rays of dawn painting the sky in hues of pink and orange. Relief washed over him, a wave so powerful it brought him to his knees. He was home. Looking around, he saw the villagers gathered near the stream, their faces itched with worry. As soon as they spotted him, a collective gasp rippled through the crowd. Then a cheer erupted, growing louder with each passing second. Villagers rushed towards him, engulfing him in tearful embraces. Relief and gratitude shone brightly in their eyes. Obiora recounted his harrowing journey to the heart of the darkness, how he had faced his own fear and emerged victorious. Ugoma, standing at the edge of the crowd, listened intently, a small, knowing smile playing on her lips. The village, freed from the grip of fear, embarked on a period of healing. The memory of the darkness served as a stark reminder of the importance of unity and love. The villagers, filled with newfound gratitude for lives, rebuilt their sense of community. The laughter of children once again filled the air, a testament to their resilience. Obiora, hailed as a hero, became more than just a prince. He became a symbol of hope, a reminder of the power of love in face of darkness. He looked at Ugoma, standing at the outskirts of the village celebration, a silent understanding passing between them. Their shared experience had forged an unbreakable bond, one rooted in respect and in newfound appreciation for each other. Life in the village returned to normal, but with subtle shifts. The villagers now approached Ugoma with less fear and more curiosity. They began to see her not as a strange mystic, but as a protector, someone who understood the unseen forces that shaped their world. As for Obiora and Ugoma, their bond blossomed into something deeper. They spent countless hours by the waterfall, discussing their experiences, sharing dreams for the future. Perhaps, in time, the love that had saved the village would bloom into something even more beautiful. A love story whispered on the banks of the Mbar stream, a testament to the enduring power of light against darkness. The end.